Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Eliezer Melamed Shlita. Well, first off, I want to apologize for the delay in getting this out, some unforeseen circumstances, but here we are, and hopefully able to finish this section in time for Tisha B'Av, which begins for us here in the diaspora in a few short hours. Hope everybody has a meaningful and easy fast, and certainly this material is highly appropriate to listen to and to partake of during the holiday of Tisha B'Av. Yes, it is called a holiday Ikar Moed. Please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvagana Israel, for Shalom V'chol B'tzuei Israel, the safety of our brothers and sisters in Israel, and we learn each daily Nishmat Saren Daniel Shimon ben Harav Daron V'Shal Shangam Demo. So let's finish this up in time for the fast. Adinei Tisha B'Av Shechal B'Shabbos V'Nidcha. Tisha B'Av Shechal B'Shabbos Nidcha Liyom Rishon. Tisha B'Av falls on Shabbos, it gets pushed off to Sunday. Uviyom HaShabbos ein marim shum simon avilas. And on Shabbos itself, even though Shabbos may actually be the 9th day of Av, we show no signs of mourning. V'ochlim v'shosim kivachol Shabbos. We eat, we drink like any Shabbos. V'afil kasuda shlomo b'shato. And even using the language of Chazal, that even like the meal of Shlomo HaMelech, of King Solomon in his time. Kefisha l'manu, as we saw earlier, mibarosim enikos chayovas lisanos b'Tisha B'Av. People who are nursing and people who are pregnant are required to fast on Tisha B'Av. But when it's pushed off to a Sunday and it's not actually Tisha B'Av, it's only observed on Sunday, then the halacha gets a little bit more lenient, and it's like the lighter fast days. However, because of the seriousness and the importance of this fast day, if there's no difficulty, then even women who are pregnant and nursing should still fast. But if any difficulty arises, they are exempt, even though they are not actually sick. Practically speaking, it probably says 90% of nursing and pregnant women do not have any obligation to fast. Baalei bris chayvim l'tzom b'Tisha B'Av. People who are making a bris on Tisha B'Av, it can happen. As I mentioned a few weeks ago, we missed it by one day with our son. But people who are making a bris still have to fast on Tisha B'Av. Aval im Tisha B'Av chal b'Shabbos ve'ekav kach hatzom nidcha liyom rishon. But if it's pushed off to a Sunday, dino kal yoser, then again it's more lenient. V'ledas rova poskim mutar l'valei asimcha lispala mincha achar chatzos hayom u'miyad achar kach l'kayim es habris v'lecha v'lishtos. Fascinating halacha according to most poskim, that the Balei HaSimcha could daven mincha as early as possible, and say mincha gedola, and right after that they can have the bris, and they could eat, and they could drink. Veish machmir, and others are strict. Lamaisa, practically speaking, gam b'tzom shenidcha noagin kamo b'chol atzamos, even on a fast day that's pushed off, we still conduct ourselves like other fast days. La'arocha sabris l'kras tzof atzom, we make the bris towards the end of the fast day, ulekayma sasuda achar teisa kochavim, and then the eating takes place after the fast is completed. Kasher Tisha B'Av chal b'Shabbos v'atzom nidcha liyom rishon. When Tisha B'Av falls on Shabbos and it's pushed to Sunday, shehu Yud B'Av, and Sunday is actually the 10th of Av, minag ha'avelos einin mishachim b'motzei hatzom. Then the customs of Avelos do not continue after the fast day, as we've discussed what's observed on the 10th of Av. Umiyad la'achar teisa kochavim mutar listaper l'chabes l'chotz b'chamen. And as soon as the fast is over at night, one could take a haircut, one can do laundry and wash in hot water, etc. However, according to many, we should still refrain from eating meat and drinking wine at night. Since we spent the whole day fasting, and in morning, it's not appropriate that as soon as it's over, we should just rush and have simcha with wine and with meat. And some are lenient in this matter and allow you to have wine and meat right after the fast day. The last section, and this will be the last section of our season, Din Ketanim, Kamo b'chol mitzvos kach mitzvah l'chanecha ketanim l'mitzvos akshuros b'Tisha B'Av v'avelos al'chorban. As with other mitzvahs, there's also a mitzvah to educate our youngsters to all the mitzvahs that are connected to Tisha B'Av and mourning over the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. Ella, shemibnei chusha saktanim yefshel lechanchim letzom. But children are not as strong as adults, and therefore we cannot educate them to fast. V'rak migil teisha v'mala nogan lechanchim letzom mispar shos b'yom kafi kocham. And only from the ages of about 9 or above, we educate them that they should fast a little bit of the day as much as they're able to. But they don't fast the entire day. Many have the custom that already youngsters from the age of 6, that we have them not eat and drink at night. In other words, we have the pre-fast meal, and then at nighttime we tell them not to eat. But if they want to eat or they want to drink, certainly we should give it to them. When we do feed them, we give them simple foods to show them that the community is in mourning, so they should not overdo it. Megil chinuch, from the age of education, what we call chinuch, from the time that a child is able to understand what it means to have the destruction and mourning. We'll say it's around the year 6 years old. We educate them that they have to have the proper footwear and not to wear regular shoes on Tisha B'Av. And that they shouldn't rub on ointments, or they shouldn't wash for pleasure. Some are strict with wearing shoes even from age 3 and above. Even though they don't understand the mourning. It's an expression of the agmas nefesh, of the suffering that we have, even those who are older on the Churban, that even we have our youngsters partaking in some symbols of mourning. Just as we learn that those who are of age are not allowed to learn Torah in Tisha B'Av because this causes simcha. Only that which pertains to the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash, or the sad parts of Tanakh, or the laws of mourning, etc. The same thing applies if you want to teach and educate children. That you're only allowed to teach the Ketanim, the youngsters, things that are applicable on Tisha B'Av to the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash, the laws of mourning, etc., etc. As far as teaching others, well, this brings us to a conclusion of this very long chapter. We were able to consolidate so we could finish in time for Tisha B'Av. Again, I wish everyone should have a meaningful fast, an easy fast, and that we now, by hopefully learning together, we know better how to handle ourselves and to conduct ourselves, both in mind and in spirit, for these fast days. But this also brings to a close our season of learning, as we'll go on a brief hiatus for the summer break. We'll return in Mirz Hashem, back and better than ever, as we get into Chodesh Elul. But I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for joining us. Please continue davening for Chayei Tzvah Yisrael, for Shalom Achol B'Tzvah Yisrael, save to our brothers and sisters in Israel, Nishmat and Daniel, Shimon ben Harav, Daron, Vishol Shem Darmo. Thank you so much for joining us today, this season, and always. Enjoy the rest of your summer, easy and meaningful fast.